What's up, guys? It's our man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to this edition of Sharpe Shorts. Looks like all systems are go. So let's go ahead and get right to it, guys. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Earlier today, World Star Hip Hop posted a video of a disabled man. Oh, what the hell is that? Hang on, guys. I must have this playing somewhere else. Hang on, guys. Give me a second. Hang on, guys. What's up, guys? It's our man, Donovan Sharpe, and welcome to this edition of Sharpe Shorts. Oh, look at this. Looks like all systems are go. So let's go ahead and get right to it, guys. Let's go ahead and get right to it. Sorry about this, guys. Give me a second. Earlier today, World Star Hip Hop posted a video of a disabled man. Oh, guys, what the hell is that? Hang on, guys. I must have this playing somewhere else. This is playing. Hang on, guys. Hang on, guys. Give me a second. I have no idea where else this is being played. Oh, it's being played on Sharpe Stream. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. Being played on. It's actually being played on Sharpe Stream. I forgot to hit the mute button. Anyway, let me get my. So anyway. After that snafu, we're good to go. So earlier today, World Star Hip Hop posted a video of a disabled guy just going in on a woman on a New York subway. I actually have it playing on the screen right now, but the sound is muted because his tirade was, it was laced with expletives. But you can clearly see, just by looking at the video, that he is highly, highly agitated and being extremely aggressive towards this woman, at least as aggressive as someone in his physical condition could be. There's really not much he can do to her, physically, obviously. So he's basically cursing her out because it's really the only thing that he can do. So the long and the short of this guy's rant is that he is calling her names that would lead us to believe that he feels this woman is overweight. So what he told her, and I'm sort of paraphrasing here, is you eat too many pork chops, and that's why you don't have a man, okay? The guy is being extremely unruly. Now, I don't know what started this, but I don't really care. And the reason why is because something jumped out to me. Something jumped out to me right away, and that was that the World Star Hip Hop title was, quote, disabled Kevin Samuels fan goes off at a woman on a New York subway. And then they put a picture of him on the bottom right-hand corner of the thumbnail. Now, the reason why this jumped out to me, and as a matter of fact, I'll actually just show you guys this. Just give me a second. I'm going to move this a little bit. But you guys can see right there that there's the title, Kevin Samuels fan, and then they've got Kevin Samuels in the bottom right-hand corner of the thumbnail. Now, it is possible that World Star used Kevin's name and his likeness to get hits and views, right? Kevin Samuels is the biggest star on social media right now. Part of the reason he's gone viral so many times is because of World Star. So it does stand to reason that World Star would use his name and his picture in order to gain interest in the video and possibly help it to go viral again, right? I'm not sure whether or not that's the reason they did this, but here's what I do know. Labeling a man who curses out a woman while making fun of her weight and pointing to that as the reason she doesn't have a man as a Kevin Samuels fan, guys, that sets a very dangerous precedent. This is a very, very dangerous precedent that they're setting here. To characterize a man shouting obscenities at any given female, making fun of her portly appearance as a Kevin Samuels fan when the guy didn't mention Kevin's name one time or explicitly state that he was a Kevin Samuels fan is essentially saying that any man who is critical of a woman's appearance is doing so because he is a fan of Kevin Samuels. A man tells a woman that she's not so easy on the eyes, Kevin Samuels fan. A man who rejects a woman on a dating app because of her appearance or her weight, Kevin Samuels fan. A man who is critical in any way of a female for any reason, Kevin Samuels fan. Now, at this point in time, at least now, these men are usually labeled as misogynists, right? They're called woman haters, incels, etc., etc. But for WorldStar to call this guy a Kevin Samuels fan, that possibly sets Kevin up to be the replacement adjective for misogynist or woman hater or incel. Guys, this is flat out wrong. Kevin is not a misogynist, okay? Kevin happens to love women very much. And the reason he loves them as much as he does is because he understands them, okay? Kevin has more than enough requisite experience with women to understand them, okay? He's had his failures with many women, and he has had successes with many women as well. For this reason, he understands them. And a man who understands women can eventually come to love and appreciate women for who and what they are, failures, frailties, faults, and all, right? A man who truly hates women, a man who is truly a misogynist, is simply a man who doesn't understand women. That's it. That's it. He is simply a man who does not understand women. There we go. I had to replace my chat there. Now, the black pill community is a great example of this. All these guys do is complain about women. They talk about how terrible they are, right? And how women are these inherently evil beings whose only mission in life is to inflict as much pain on men as humanly possible. Now, do such women exist? Do women like this exist? Of course they do, right? But women who truly hate and despise men, also known as misandrists, those women are few and far between relative to the total number of women there are. Most women don't wake up every morning trying to figure out, what can I do to destroy men? What can I do to hurt men? No, the vast majority of women really do love and appreciate men. But because of the girl power movement or womanism, most women have been led to believe that if they express their love and appreciation for men, that they are somehow oppressed or clueless. Modern women also like to argue that Kevin Samuels is guilty of misogynoir, which is basically misogyny directed at black women. Nothing could be further from the truth, guys. If Kevin hated black women, he would not be telling them the truth about themselves. If he really hated modern women, he would not be giving them the kind of information that could actually help them. Do you want to know who really acts like he hates women? Do you want to know who's really guilty of misogynoir? Derek Jackson. Derek Jackson. That dude has clearly shown that he clearly detests modern women by filling their heads full of lies, right? Derek Jackson displays his hatred of modern women by telling them that they don't need to change anything, but it's the men that need to change. Any man who knowingly distributes false information to a group of people shows that he hates that group of people. Guys, Derek Jackson knows that his advice is BS. He knows that unmarried, plus-size women in their mid-30s with 3 kids by 3 different men are quite literally invisible to any man who's worth a damn. He knows this. But he continues to deceive these women to line his own pocket. Now, I've said it in the past, I'll say it again. I ain't mad at D-Jax. Yes, what he does is misogynistic, but if modern women haven't figured out by now that he is selling them snake oil disguised as self-love, advocacy, and good relationship advice, that's on them. That's on them. Listen, I don't feel sorry for any woman who's been led astray or swindled by Derek Jackson, but I digress. Kevin Samuels shows that he loves women by telling them the truth. He shows that he truly cares by doing what's difficult to do rather than doing what's easy to do, which is telling women what they want to hear. Parents discipline their children because they love them, right? It's difficult to discipline their children at times, but because they truly love their children and they want their kids to grow up to be productive, well-adjusted human beings, they do right by their children by doing what's hard. Kevin is quite literally doing the exact same thing. It's not easy telling women that they are the problem. It's not easy pointing out unflattering truths about women to women. It's not easy to look a woman in the eye and tell her that she's average at best and that she does not qualify for the kind of men she thinks she deserves. But he does it anyway. Why? Because Kevin cares. This guy who's on the television, this guy right here, cursing this woman out, calling her names, that guy truly hates women, okay? That guy's a misogynist. That guy really does hate women. Dude, the guy's being belligerent. He's being overly disrespectful. He made a complete fool of himself. The only thing this dude hasn't, the only couple of things this dude has in common with Kevin Samuels is, number one, that he's black, and number two, that he's in New York City. That's where the similarities end. Now, in World Star's defense, I'm fairly certain they didn't call this guy a Kevin Samuels fan to damage Kevin Samuels. I think, like I said, they probably just did it for SEO, keyword optimization. This is what all websites do. It's what they do. I do not believe that there was malicious intent when they used his name and his likeness for this post. But don't kid yourselves. This was careless at best, damaging at worst. To label a man who is cursing out a woman and calling her names on a subway as a Kevin Samuels fan, that is flat out irresponsible. Kevin's done more for modern women than any man has done in the last half century. That's not hyperbole, gentlemen. That's facts. The women that hate him the most because of what he does are the women who could be helped the most. They would actually listen. But when websites like WorldStar start labeling guys like Mr. Subway here, Kevin Samuels fan, they're not only indirectly contributing to him possibly being canceled, but they're hurting the women who could benefit from his message. Putting guys like this in the same category as a man of Kevin's caliber, this drastically marginalizes him and what he preaches. And Kevin deserves better than that, guys. He deserves much better. Shout out to Aaron Brutus with the $20 super chat. He says, I was banned from WorldStar for saying that black women are the only racial group in the world that would be filmed brawling in a group at a dollar store in their mid to late 40s. Okay. The Neologic, $10, says Kevin Samuels' rapid growth made him an easy target to label him the face of the blankosphere and therefore the face of misogynoir. Right. Listen, man, I know of content creators who are truly guilty of misogynoir on a daily basis. Kevin's not one of them. He's not that guy. Octavius Mewborn with the $3 super sticker. I appreciate that, guys, very much. And you know what's funny? Now that I actually just noticed something. I just noticed something watching this video, guys. I'm just noticing this. If you guys look at the video, you notice that everyone is dressed warmly, right? They've got on heavy coats. They've got on, the guy who's being belligerent has on a toboggan or a beanie, whatever they call them out here, right? Everyone around him is dressed warmly, which means this happened during the winter. This happened during the winter time or when it was cold out. Dude, it's almost July. It's June 30th. We're in the middle of the summertime. The fact that World Star would put this video out at this time and label this dude a Kevin Samuels fan, again, guys, I mean, this is what it is. This is what it is. Wake and Bake TV says, is Kevin helping men or women? Just curious. Well, he's helping both of them. He's helping both men and women. This was a save for later. So the person being told by Dev, the person who did this created the YouTube account today with a bunch of stolen videos. I believe this is an attempt to damage. Yeah, I think this is definitely an attempt to damage Kevin directly. Absolutely. I think that this was done on purpose to damage him. I don't think, as a matter, yeah, the person, I don't think World Star, if World Star was in possession of this video when it happened, they would have posted it. Because like I said, Kevin Samuels is the biggest, I mean, he's the biggest star anywhere right now. This is on or off YouTube, right? Daniel L. on YouTube says this has to have been at least 2 winters ago. Winter clothes and no masks on the subway. How about that? How about that? Good stuff. Good stuff. Janik with the 25 Hong Kong dollar says, I just hear, quote, money works. Yes, I'm going to hell. Jamar Barnes, I got to put you in timeout. Please keep it on topic. Stay on topic. Don't use these videos as an opportunity to break news. If it's breaking news, I promise you I'll talk about it. But don't come in here trying to be a reporter. Yeah, Arjax says they're dumping on him because he broke a mill. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. I saw a funny comment in here. Falcon Black says pork chops, good for keto. I mean, listen, pork chops are great for keto, but if you're also eating carbs when you're eating pork chops, just saying. Just saying. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this edition of Sharpe Shorts. I will probably be doing another one a little bit later. Stories are breaking all the time. I might do a video about Nadia Bokadi, who actually says that women are avoiding marriage because there's no advantages for women. That should be interesting. I'm getting ready to go down to my gym, get ready to push some iron, and I will see you guys back here in a few hours. Take care.